What's going on, guys? Challenger, and today we're going to talk about how some dev at Bungie decided to channel their inner Liam Neeson from Clash of Titans and just say, "Release the Kraken!" Because holy shit, the IKELOS SMG with this perk combination is the Kraken right now in Destiny 2 and kind of the Destiny franchise. This is going to be better than Riskrunner because one, it's not an exotic, and two, it does kind of the same stuff without getting shot with arc. You'll see with the gameplay and when I talk about the Voltshot mechanic. But yeah, it's just get this gun. Get this gun. You're going to see why. If you guys don't believe me, just watch the gameplay. You'll see me control ads beyond belief. We're going to go over how you get this weapon, how the perks work, or specifically what the perks are. Then we'll talk about the god roll you want, and then just generally give you some feedback about gameplay, where this is going to fit in with the general PvE experience. And again, this is a PvE video. If you guys are looking for PvP details, just hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified for when I do drop a PvP video on this gun, specifically when I get a better roll for this weapon. But yeah, let's jump right in. Let's talk about how you get this gun. This weapon is attainable through any of these seasonal activities or seasonal vendors. So the Exo Clover Spray on the vendor, is it even Clover Spray? I know it's the Exo body we're trying to put Rasputin in, but the vendor Exo on the helm is one way you can get it. You can either focus it or get the vendor drops from it. This is a chance to get this weapon specifically. You can use resonant amps, which are great ways to get this weapon, whether it's craftable weapons or the basic non-deep sighted version of it. And then seasonal activities, again, drop these at the end with their Seraph chest. These are all very functional ways to get this weapon and very attainable. I believe, I'm almost certain I got this weapon or this specific role in a resonant amp Seraph chest. So if you guys haven't used up all your resonant amps this week, I recommend you do that because a lot of good loot, a lot of good drops I have gotten from those chests. So yeah, now let's jump in and talk about all the perks you can get this weapon. We'll be labeling it and we'll also be reading it from right to left. So all the way to the right, we'll start off with the origin trait, Rasputin's Arsenal. Breaking a target shield partially reloads this weapon's magazine. There's not much to talk about when it comes to this trait. It's very good because you just don't really have to pay mind to it, and it does give you a nice benefit. You play the game, you break shields, you're going to benefit from this perk, so that's great. Now next to that, in column 1, we have Frenzy, tap the trigger, Gunshot Trait, Pugilist, still don't know if I'm saying that right, Surrounded, Voltshot, and Range Finder. In column 2, we have Shot Swap, Feeding Frenzy, Shoot to Loot, Perpetual Motion, Dynamic Sway Reduction, Threat Detector, and Killing Wind. For magazines, guys, up all the way to the bottom, Seraph rounds, just get that. You don't need to worry about anything else. Even though they nerfed those Seraph rounds, yeah, this if you get Seraph rounds on a gun, use it because it's still the best magazine choice. And then number 4, Corkscrew Rifling on column 4. Yeah, just just get that barrel. This is craftable too, so you guys can't dictate what rolls you get when you get the 5 deep sight patterns. But yeah, also this is an aggressive frame, so that should be important to some. But yeah, it's just like still one of the best archetype SMGs in the game. So let's talk about the god roll. Oh my god, it's not that hard. You probably saw already. Voltshot, Feeding Frenzy, Seraph rounds, and Corkscrew Rifling. They're marked in gold. There are enhanced versions of this perk, and you ideally, masterwork guys, just get whatever you want. It's PvE. I don't think it's really too important. Just make it play to your personal style. I have a stability masterwork, which I think is great for PvE. You could go range or reload, but again, you have Feeding Frenzy. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is that Feeding Frenzy and Voltshot pair together. So what that means is when you get that chain kill from Voltshot, whatever kills you get from that chain does stack towards Feeding Frenzy. So you can reload, have another jolt of Voltshot, and just keep on chaining and chaining and chaining. It is incredibly powerful. It is the most unbelievable trait combination I think I can ever see in a game, ever. And that dev that decided to put this in there, thank you. I always wanted a fully automatic Voltshot weapon, and this season we got it, and it is deadly. It is unreal. It's amazing. Now, let's talk about gameplay and where this fits with the meta. It's pretty easy to say that this weapon is going to be the arc weapon of choice in those endgame activities, whether it's Nightfalls or raids, because depending on the subclass you're running, depends on what primary weapon you're going to be using in the energy slot. Some people will still probably use, mini tool or funnel web, but IKELOS is going to be a solid choice for those arc subclass choices because holy shit, this combination is deadly in any activity. Now, in those lower tier, regular, grindy playlist activities, whether it's strikes, this gun is just going to cruise. It's going to clean house. It's going to wreck shop. And honestly, you might never want to put this weapon down. Now, the great thing about this weapon right now is that it does have a champion mod, which is Overload this season for SMGs and assault rifles. So this is still very viable against champions as long as they're Overload. So that is a great thing too. But yeah, you guys seen the gameplay. You guys look at what it can do. It is truly, truly unreal. And honestly, you guys better get this weapon, because when Lightfall drops, this activity set, this way to get this weapon is going to be removed. It's going to be gone, sunsetted in a degree. So get this roll while you can. If you have no idea what you should do in Season of the Seraph, getting IKELOS SMG should be the one thing you do, because it is going to be the best arc SMG in the game. And yes, I will say it's even better than Riskrunner, because you get the benefits of Riskrunner when it comes to the chaining effect to enemies without getting shot by arc, and that's really important. Again, Riskrunner has the benefit of not reloading and constantly shooting, but at the same time, you need to take arc damage to do that. So Voltshot, you don't need to do that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, found this video informative, definitely drop this video a like. It helps out the video a ton. If you guys are new here and want more content from me, definitely hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified for when I drop more content. I ideally should probably be making a video soon about the PvP version of this gun, but PvP for me is kind of not too good, so I don't know how much I'm going to be playing with that. But yeah, there's a lot of guns to talk about. I think the weapons in this season are very good, very worthy to talk about. Season of the Haunted specifically worthy to talk about, and those had some good weapons to talk about. But yeah, I think I've talked way too much in this video, so I hope you guys have a good one. Shine Energy here, and I'm out.